Hello, good morning. I spent the last day and a half doing an audible recording of my book, The A to Z of Alcohol and Sobriety by me, Karina Alderton. And I just thought I'd do a little bit of reading from it today and just a little bit more explaining about the book and different ways and how it's meant for using. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of the introduction as to why I wrote the book. There are many great sobriety books out there, but some can be very difficult to read. I've therefore set about writing a book that is both informative and easy to understand. It is from the heart with my own experiences, previous nursing knowledge and some stories from real people, although their pseudonyms have been used. And it does contain some swearing, so apologies for that, not a lot. This book also contains reference facts, research and resources which are up to date at the time of writing but may well change. We always have to put that little disclaimer in there. For the ease, there are website addresses current at the time of publishing at the end of some sections for further information. So in the published book, you'll actually see at the end of the sections that in the Kindle, you just click on the link and it will take you right to it. So that's pretty cool. There's fors and against for both the Kindle and this, because obviously with this you can quickly flick to other pages, not so easy in the Kindle, and you'll find out in a bit why that can be relevant. Lost my page now, bear with me. I have used bold text in places to highlight that you can read more under that heading. So I've got to just quickly find one now. So if you look under empowerment, then I've got boundaries at the end, so you can then flick to boundaries and read a little bit more, so you can kind of read and flick in between the two if you want. And when I say that it's easy, I always wanted to write an easy book, so just such short sections, so if you struggle with reading, then you can just pick it up, read a little bit, put it back down again. It really is a pick up and put down book if you want to use it in that way. There's also some examples of activities in here as well, so your journal or sort of little notebook could be handy as well, just to use things. You may not agree with everything that I've written. My word is not gospel. But if anything in particular stirs you up, maybe ask yourself what that's about. This book contains everything I think you need to know to make choices about your alcohol or your drinking journey. It's not necessarily everything you want to know. My intention is to give you hope, help you feel less alone, and inspire you to be more curious. So, reading this, you might picture me as completely chilled out, relaxed, got it all together kind of sober girl. But be assured, I feel it all with you. But that's the thing. I really do feel now. I can recognise it, identify it, work with it, turn it around and act on it. And at times fall completely apart. And that's okay. It's a great way to reset our emotional and physical being. Come journey with me into the amazing world of exploration and discovery. There's quite a gap on that page, but I use that to sign books when I meet up with people. So if you want to buy a hard copy and you want to meet up and you want me to come and sign it, let me know. I am travelling my way around the UK. Also Australia next year, and maybe America. It's exciting stuff. So I think that the best way to read this is from A to Z, from the front cover to the back cover, and then dip in and out of it as and when you want to. Some people just open it up randomly one day and just get a little bit of inspiration from where they've opened up. Other people might think, oh, I'm really struggling with my meditation today. And they might just open onto meditation tricks or meditation, you know, anything like that. The thing I want to point out is that this book isn't just about alcohol. It's not just about sobriety. It's not just about addiction, but it can be used and helpful for any addiction, because we are all addicted to something. Most of you, it's your mobile phones. I say most of you, that's me too. But it's also got loads of mental health strategies in, well-being strategies, things for positive living, positive recovery, So it's got lots of great stuff in there. So I thought, just from today, I'm just going to open up randomly, see where it takes us. Ta-da! Where? Neurons. Okay. Well, actually, neural pathways and neurons. So we'll start with neurons then. Neurons are part of our nervous system. They send and receive messages from each other through chemical and electrical energy. They're found throughout our body, and we have around 86 billion of them in our brain and 500 million in our gut alone. Alcohol stops our neurons communicating with each other and causes a slurred speech, poor memory and movement that we encounter when we are drinking. It also stops us from listening to our gut instinct, which can lead us to making decisions that we may not have made had we been sober. And I've got gut instinct highlighted there, so we'll come back to that in a minute, but I just think it would be helpful just to read the little bit above that says neural pathways. So neural pathways are formed by our neurons sending messages backwards and forwards between our body and our brain. If we touch something hot, our pathway of neurons sends this sensation to our brain that tells our body the object is hot and to pull our hand away. In a healthy or sober person, this all happens in a split second. And I put that there because I've got functional neurological disorder, so my messages don't work so quickly, so I burn myself a lot. That was me trying to make some crackers the other day, homemade, just literally taking them out the oven. I think that one there, that little scarry one coming up, that was a pizza, because I touched something and I don't go like that. I go, oh, that's hot, out, by which time I've burnt. But it is getting better. My neural pathways are getting better. A lot of my problem was I was drinking them away. Okay, whilst the majority of neural pathways work to keep us safe and healthy, they are also habit forming. We are in pain, we have a drink, it numbs the pain. Next time we're in pain, we have a drink, it numbs the pain. But the good news is we can retrain our neural pathways. Firstly, we have to put down the drink and stop drinking our neurons and their pathways into oblivion and allow them to do their job. So, how can we do that? So I've got to try and remember the heading it's under now, but I'm just going to go to gut instinct first of all, because that's one that was highlighted. You see I'm raw and filtered, don't you? You just have to sing along with me and go da, 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 da. And I have to try and remember my alphabet. I mean, I should know it really well by now, but I've kind of got an aversion to it because it was like, oh, the alphabet. Gut. Right. Gut instinct. Feel it, listen to it, and go with it. It really can tell us so much. Even when I was mental health nursing, it was okay to go with this and record that we had done so. There is a very large nervous system, the vagus nerve, in our gut, and it is often referred to as our second brain. Listen to your tummy today. It has so much to tell you. And vagus nerve is highlighted there, so we'll go now to the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is the biggest nerve in our body and carries messages to and from our brain, heart, tummy, and near enough every organ in our body. It plays a major role in keeping our body running, including steadying our heart rate and blood pressure, and helps us to talk, swallow, and digest our food. It is also responsible for our gag reflex, our gut instinct, and telling our body that it needs to vomit. It is thought that by stimulating our vagus nerve with things such as humming, meditation, and yoga, we can reduce inflammation and our risk of diabetes and heart disease, stress, and anxiety. So there's lots of headings we could look up there, but I'm going to go with vomit because I'm on the V's. So why? What is vomiting? Vomiting is the body's way of getting rid of poison, toxins, bugs, and all things nasty. Thank goodness for our clever bodies. Without this gut reaction, we'd probably be long dead. But when we've been drinking or feel sick, we should always lay on our side to reduce the risk of choking on our own vomit. The really stupid thing is that I absolutely hate vomiting. It's the pits. Yet I'd inflict it on myself time and time again to the groans of never again and repeat. And in that one, the poison is highlighted. So what is poison? I mean, we talk about poison a lot, isn't it? And some people refer to alcohol as poison. Okay, they call it the old poison. And let's just see why that is. Poison is a substance that can kill us, or at the very least make us extremely unwell. If we swallow poison, we are likely to feel and be sick, have diarrhea, head and stomach ache, feel weak and tired, become dehydrated, and have problems with seeing and speaking. You know how we hate vomiting when we are drunk? It is actually the best thing that can happen. It's our body getting rid of poison. But try to remember to lay on your side whenever you've been drinking, and encourage others who have been drinking to do this also. Choking on our vomit is a big cause of alcohol-related deaths. If I see someone laying on their back in the street, I gently encourage them to lay on their side if I feel that it is safe to do so. And you know, alcohol really is poison, and when you read through this book, then you will see why and how it's poison. I'll just read a little bit. So the alcohol that we drink is ethanol and contains formaldehyde, arsenic and multiple cancer-causing chemicals. It is reported to kill over 3 million people a year worldwide. This means that in the first year of COVID, 300,000 more people died from alcohol-related disease than from the virus. Alcohol increases the dopamine levels in our brain. It makes us feel good. It gives us confidence. It makes us have fun, until it doesn't. It is highly addictive and toxic. Gradually we need more and more to get that buzz, and then the effect will just die, and so might we. We become like zombies, the living dead. There is only one way to stop this from happening. Stop drinking, but plan and prepare and work it. And even just on the back here, I've got alcohol is the most socially acceptable drug on our planet. In fact, it is socially encouraged. But did you know that it is the deadliest? Alcohol kills more people than all other drugs combined, and is as carcinogenic as asbestos and nicotine. There's some food for thought. Anyway, this book, I'm just going to put easy to read. I'm just going to read on the back. Easy to read. This really is the ultimate alcohol and sobriety handbook, containing everything you need to know to make choices about your drinking or sobriety journey. It is filled with information to help you understand more about the effects of alcohol, our drinking behaviours and addiction. And it encourages you to be curious, ask questions and inspire change, whilst giving the information and support needed to do this, including resources and information on mental and physical health and general well-being. But you don't have to take my word from it. You can go onto Amazon and you can have a little look for it. It is available worldwide for less than a bottle of booze. You can download a free sample on your Kindle if you would like, and you can read the reviews there and find out a little bit more about me. You can also hear some more of the headings down below on my YouTube. If you scroll down, you'll see other headings from the A to Z. But hopefully that's just given you a little bit of an insight, made you a little bit more curious about your drinking, or about addiction, or about mental health, or about ways and strategies that we can use to make things a little bit better for ourselves, and maybe about my book too. Thank you for listening. Bye bye for now.